Humans are hardwired to think short term. As much as we'd like to think we make long-term decisions that benefit us, we don't. We will opt for a short-term immediate gain over a long-term gain, even if that longer-term gain is greater. This myopic view also leads clients to focus on price when making their decisions. Now, the challenge you'll face is that many disruptors have tried to convince your clients that buying insurance is a mere transaction. When buyers view it as just a mere transaction, they tend to focus on price, which is going to favor that disruptor. Our goal is to help stretch the client's time horizon so they think long-term. This is really a two-step process. It involves asking questions that cause the buyer to think about the future. It also requires presenting long-term solutions. For example, if you're sitting down with your client, you might ask them, hey, let's fast forward to an unexpected loss, whether it's 5 years or 10 years from now. What would you expect from us during the claims process? Another way to stretch that client's time horizon is to help them understand what goes into making this decision. So you might sit down with your client and ask them, what's important to you long-term when making this decision?
An example that we found really resonated with financial advisors has to do with retirement planning. Ask your clients who are nearing retirement to what degree they rely on the home equity to fund their retirement. Can they sustain a significant loss in their home? It doesn't have to be a total loss, it could be water damage, but that could have a meaningful impact on the available cash for retirement.
How financial advisors look at a client and how they're protecting their financial assets, it's an opportunity for us to be thinking that way as well. If we have a family who's been saving money, let's say it's for college, and there is a catastrophic loss at their home and they're not properly insured, or there's an unfortunate automobile accident or some other type of liability exposure, and then how is that going to impact their financial plans longer term? If we think about all the environmental concerns, the wildfires in California, great example. What does that look like when you need to do debris removal, and who's paying for that, and what limit do you have under your policy? So it's not just the dwelling limit. I think often with the standard insurance policies, people don't understand all the supplements, and they really could be meaningful out of pocket. If they're successful, people will know that. And if their coverage isn't adequate, now we're putting into jeopardy their financial assets, which could have ramifications for that family. It could be what they had been planning for their children 10, 20 years out.
Our goal is to stretch that buyer's time horizon. We want the buyer to think long-term, where they're focused more on the outcome. When buyers think long-term, they're less likely to focus on price.